one day I googled like what does a director do, and then
Then you've been just doing it.
Then I read everything that the director does, and then I was like, oh, I'm doing that. I guess I'm the director. I guess I've already been directing. That was how I found out about directing. So we did that for about a year. And then Wild Banana grew to be like one of the largest top 5 YouTube channels in Singapore.
Is it now still?
Should be, I think. It's probably like top 5 to 10 like easily.
Yeah.
And then I left because like at that point, I think Garena didn't really know what they wanted to do with the brand. So I left and I started Three Potatoes.
And it was still quite hot, you know. You left it's kind of like
Yeah,
peak at the time,
peak.
right?
I left at the peak.
Yeah.
So it was a tough choice lah. But then I think we wanted to find how to fulfill it to its best lah. Basically, we wanted to really capitalize on the scene at that point, and so we left. We started
It was
our
just
own
1
thing.
year you all left already.
Yeah, 1 year. We were
Dude,
doing
I
it
feel
for a
like
year.
watching millions of your videos.
We
Wow,
but we were
grinding,
quite religious in releasing like almost every week, I think.
Wow, that's crazy, yeah. Okay, wow, 1 year is...
And back then, like for YouTube, the production quality and the time was a lot longer. I mean, nowadays you like shoot like a TikTok video. Some people just shoot like
Rapid fire, man.
yeah, dude, they can do like 3-4 videos a day. Back then we were all about like, oh. So it's so interesting, right? Back in the YouTube days, like the goal is like to increase the production value and to like make the highest quality thing.
Storyline.
Yeah, have a film, right? Every YouTuber aspires to be like Hollywood film director. Not anymore, right? I mean, now with TikTok, I don't think people aspire.
Now it's how many you can throw, man.
Now you want to be a TikTok creator. That in itself is the goal. You're not using the platform as like a stepping stone to somewhere else. Back then, YouTube was seen as like a stepping stone to something bigger. Now the platform is the end goal. I want to be a TikTok star, right? Or a TikTok creator. So it's very different, right? And yeah, so we left. We ran Three Potatoes for about 8 years. Then I was so burnt out. Yeah, I was entirely.
So you own Three Potatoes?
Yeah, that one I owned with Janice and Elliot.
Okay.
And we ran it for 8 years, and just balancing creative and money. Like I'm sure this is the age balancing creative and business is not a nice thing lah. It's a tough thing lah.
Super tough.
Yeah, and I was young back then. So when we started the company, I was 25. I didn't know how to scale up the business. I didn't know how to, build a creative team. So everything was like done.
Chief Everything Officer, man.
Yeah, so it was really like that. It was a struggle. And so after 8 years, we tried everything. Yeah, we did like YouTube videos, we did television drama. Yeah. And then, so after that,
you see this Reddit post that somebody did? It's like, hey, I thought the Three Potato people was like, wow, banana or something. Then what happened to the story? And then that Reddit post became viral. And then Elliot said, I had to create a Reddit account just to address this. Wow. And he go back to the law, you know.
I think I remember that post. That was many years ago.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Yeah, so I cannot recall the exact contents of it, but I remember barely.
Because like, hey, we miss these guys, every time, and this time we will watch, then like, people in the comments reminiscing.
But that's the dream of any artist, right? Like to affect people's lives and like to hear about it. Yeah.
Daily vlog. Wow, intense, man.
It was crazy, but it was tiring. It was so tiring, and it was creatively exhausting. Because I think the thing about like social media,
is it the money is to effort not equivalent?
Not really. I don't think the money to effort thing. I think if you do put in a lot of effort, it was rewarding at that time. Especially like, because it was like when we started YouTube, it was like wild west of YouTube, right? You can charge whatever you want. Like all the brands want in on it. We were very lucky. We were set up in a period of time when we're like pioneers. Pioneers and in the boom. So it was definitely lucrative.